people don't want to know what is called true agent. It means that if there is no light, there can't be true healing. Now, you have to take in the light the way you take in drug, through meditation. I said somebody have to willingly take in the light. Please hear me. You will not be able in your whole life to hide what you're taking in. Because you see, or what you like taking in. You know, there are companies. Those that must not take drug, or who love value, must know what to take in. Remember that we take through our ear, through our eyes, through our nose and mouth. That's how we take. Please, let me tell you what is called healing in a divine way. That is, in the realm where we are gods. When you talk about healing, you're talking about taking of a new form. Wait a minute. When Jesus was born, he was born as Christ. I mean, he was born as a carpenter. Now, when Jesus started fellowshipping with Christ, he became King of Kings and Lord of Lords through impartation. That is healing. In case you don't know, there are people that have low nature. I have preached 30 years to know some people are born with very low nature. They are born with very low mentality. Now, if you are talking about second-class human beings, some people are fourth class. That is, if you look at the way they reason. Excuse me, please, hear me. Somebody that have high thinking cannot be in ghetto. I said somebody that have high thinking cannot. Listen. I am going to go down to go and talk to bank people by one because of transaction. 3 buildings is going on in Galilee at this time. Out of those 3 buildings, listen, the one that is most important to me is the cathedral. And the engineer had to hear it now, today. Outside the cathedral, the next one that is the 104 room. If the one they are building for me is not ready, I'll go to my apartment. I am not tired of my apartment. I don't know how you can hear it, but the engineer should not try with me. Did you hear what I said? I prefer the one that you will stay in than the one I will stay in. So if it is by order, after the cathedral, the 104 room should be ready for you. Me, I can go to my room. Even if you finish a very big building, I still take only 1 room. Don't teach me how to think. Because the day God blessed me was the day I know the thought of my destiny. The day God blessed me is the day I know the thought of my destiny. Somebody will give me advice. He said that when that building is finished, make sure you didn't bring other people to it. It was advisor. How can you be safe when you don't know the thought of your destiny? Anybody can say anything anyway. I say anybody? Excuse me. The money that this church and me invested in building 104, do you know how many places it can build? The money that I invested in building this building here, do you know how many duplexes I can build? I invested it here, and I'm living in someone's house to tell you the way I think. And that is the only way I can think. There's no other way. And that is why I didn't get married. Because that thought will not survive with women. There are men that when they marry, the original thought of their life will die. Their wife will make sure that that thought is killed, so that they can be ghosts. When your wife kills your thought, then you're a ghost. And you know, there are weak minds. You want to use destiny to love a woman. Look at an ordinary woman. Look at an ordinary woman you're exchanging with destiny. You just forgot who you are. And if you up and down, I'm calling you daddy. Shame. Ridiculous. A lot of people, they will be saying that it's by anointing. I say that is not anointing. Anointing is produced from brightness. As anointing is produced from brightness. So anointing is, light is superior to any form of anointing. Anointing is a small part. Pastors are not preserved by it. Pastors are preserved by anointing. Now, hear me. Staying with light helps you to stay without sickness. There is no burning body that can be afflicted. Let me say it again. I said there is no burning body that can be afflicted. If you are always burning, sickness will not rest in you. Burning bodies are not afflicted. Listen, burning bodies are not always sick. You see, because all burning bodies are light producing bodies. Let me say again. I say all burning bodies are light producing bodies. And all light producing bodies are life giving bodies. I say all light producing bodies are life giving bodies. So when you talk about the healing, light does not only heal, light gives life. If the sun refuses to shine, grasses will not grow. Kennedy, you don't have it. Write it down. Prophets are custodians of God's light. That is why they are preachers. Let me say again. I said prophets are custodians of God's light. What I mean by custodians is that they are keepers of God's light. That is why they are basically preachers. Now, when you say a man of God, you're talking about somebody who transfers. Kennedy, I'm already in it. Prophets are custodians of God's light. Now, when you say a man of God, you're talking about somebody who imparts light upon people. In Hebrews chapter 1:1. Hebrews chapter 1:1. The person who is shooting the word, please, can you be a little bit faster than this? I have a lot of courses. The book of Hebrews, chapter 1, verse 1.
God.
Is somebody in the computer room? Okay, read.
God who sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets.
Now, when you hear speak, it means imparted, to change a nature. Imparted to separate from evil. Imparted to draw close to God. Shedding light. Israel are people of God because they are people of the prophets. So when God wants to change people, bless people, transform people, prosper people, heal people, he sent prophets to them. Now, prophets are the custodians of the destinies of God. It is not possible, just like you are in this meeting, you cannot remain the same